Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel for another speed build. Today's video is slightly longer than usual. We are building a modern house for a chef, and this chef happens to have a smaller garage space that he turned into his private dining space for friends and family and customers. So basically he has another kitchen apart from the one in his house, and I just thought it would be cool to create this private dining space in his own home where he can invite people over for full course meals. I mean, like friends and family, or it could be for customers who just want to experience this. And this actually took me 4.5 hours, slightly longer than my usual builds because I'm building on a bigger lot this time. I think it's the 30 by 20 lot. So the main house is what I'm currently building right now. So for the main house is where the sim lives. He has 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. The ground level is where the kitchen and the living room is. There is no proper dining area, but there are chairs by the island, so your sims can definitely eat there. And on the second level, we have another living space with TV. There's a workspace, bathroom, and a bedroom. And I just wanted to go with a clean and sort of dark modern interior. So you can see a lot of dark woods and colors used in this build. And there isn't much clutter as you would typically see in my builds as well. And this is highly inspired by a picture I found on Pinterest. And I just decided, hey, why not let's just try this, right? I mean, I've been wanting to build something modern again, and this definitely fits the vibe I was going for, so I just went for it. And though it took a little longer than expected, I think it's pretty worth it. But I also did cut out quite a few parts just so the video doesn't go over 40 minutes. I don't think anybody will want to watch my speed build if it's like over 40 minutes, and to be honest, I don't really want to do a voiceover that's 40 minutes long. I think my throat will be super dry. But yeah, so anyways, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far wherever you are. It's currently about 8:40 p.m. for me, and after recording this, I'll probably continue watching this Netflix drama series I started yesterday and that I'll probably finish today. It's called Juvenile Justice, and it talks about the juvenile act in South Korea, which is a pretty heavy drama series, I would say. Like, the content is just heavy. I don't know how else to put it, but it covers some of the crimes, or rather the horrific acts of juveniles and how they are not put into prison because they are below 14 and 16. I can't really remember the age, but probably either 14 or 16, and it's a really great show. I highly recommend watching it, and since I'm about to finish this series today, I would love to hear your guys' suggestions for any Netflix drama series that you think I should be watching. Leave it down in the comment section below. And yeah, so right now we are on the ground level, and we are starting out in the kitchen. So for this kitchen space, I didn't really want to clutter it up too much just because I was going for this modern look. And I thought this sim will probably be using the other kitchen in the garage space like more often than in his own home. So I just wanted to make it look really clean. So there's nothing much on the countertops. And I like that I went with this swatch. So this kitchen counters are from Dream Home Decorator. This is by far my favorite pack. Yes, I think I've said this before, but it's honestly one of my favorite packs in The Sims, or maybe my favorite so far. I have no idea, but yeah. So I like that the countertop itself is slightly bluish gray, and then the cabinets are this like really nice brown color, and I think the two of them match really well. So I think I've always used the white and this other brown swatch, the default one. Yeah, and I thought, it would be quite nice to try something new, and so I just decided to go with this swatch. I've been trying to go for things that I haven't used before, just so, I don't know, like I can create something new. So I really like that I used the new swatch here. And then Next to it is the living space. So this living space is pretty small. I mean, I would love to extend this space a little, but unfortunately, if I were to expand it, I think it will the exterior would look a bit weird. So I just decided to, you know, make this a small one. So on the ground level, even though there's this living area, there isn't a TV here. However, I did put one on the second level, so that is the more casual looking like living space. I assume probably nobody would go up unless they were there to use the toilet. But over here is probably where most people would spend their time. I mean, unless they want to play games, then they probably go to the second level. But this is definitely, I would say, the more formal living space. And so I have this fireplace here. I think this came from Vintage Glamour. I like this black swatch here, so I decided to use this. And then at the corner, I placed this chair that came from, I think it's Eco Lifestyle. I don't think I've used this chair before, but I thought it looked pretty nice, so I just decided to just put it at the corner there. I also placed I think a lamp somewhere around here as well. So it's a really small space but really cozy looking. And there's also this glass door that you can open up, and then it will bring you to the, honestly I don't know what you call that. Do you call that the balcony? I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'm just calling it a balcony. So originally, I had just wanted the balcony space to be, I think, 3 tiles wide, and I think 3 by 4, or is it 4 by 3? I can't remember. I mean, either way, it's the same thing, I think. But yeah, so basically, it was just supposed to be that size that you can see right now on the screen. I think like a sneak peek of it. But eventually, later in the video, I kind of expanded it a little. And that is where I placed a swimming pool there. I thought it would be quite nice, you know, to be able to swim. And the funny thing is, I've actually never placed a swimming pool like in front of the house where your neighbors and people who walk by can actually see. For the most of the time, the swimming pools, I just place them at the back of the house just to make it a bit, I don't know, like make it hidden. But I thought, you know, this time it would be quite cool to place it in the front. And yeah, so you know, when you're in the pool, you can chill, and then you can people watch. I think it's pretty cool. And then people walking by can just see you enjoy yourself and be like, oh my god, I want to be like this sim. Yeah, so I think it's a pretty cool idea. And if you heard like some background noises, that was my family. They are currently watching something in the living room, and I think they were, you know, pretty excited about something just now, hence the noise. So apologies for that. Right now we are just figuring out what to put at this wall here. Yeah, so I had originally wanted to put picture, but I thought it was a bit empty, and I felt like I could, you know, just make good use of the space here. So I decided to use this cabinet from Eco Lifestyle, and this was not what I went with in the end. In the end, I went with a photo frame, picture frame, painting, or whatever you call it, and then I placed the music player and the CD on the side. And I do imagine that this sim has a dog, so I placed the football there. And yeah, so the entryway here, okay, so honestly, I had no idea what to do with the entryway, so I basically just placed down the necessary items like a sitting area, the coat rack, a place to hang your clothes, and then the, what do you call that, the shoe rack as well. So I actually wanted to make another, you know, sitting area here, but then I was just like, you know, maybe I don't have to do so many things here, because the space was a bit tight, but it looked a bit empty, and I was just like, I should do something with it. And I was just like, well, you don't have to always do something about it. So I just decided not to do anything. And so now we are on to the second level. So the second level, pretty easy. I didn't have to struggle a lot to figure out the floor plan for the second level. I think it's also because I wanted to make it pretty, I wouldn't say it's pretty open. I guess you can argue that it is pretty open, but I think if there was supposed to be like a few more bedrooms, then the floor plan would be a little bit harder to figure out, but I definitely love this floor plan that I went with. Unfortunately, I couldn't really follow the image that I found on Pinterest to the T, because they don't really have a floor plan that I could follow. So I was just, basing it off from the pictures that I see and just figuring out how what things should go where. And this is definitely not what the floor plan is in the picture, but I just decided to come up with my own. So yeah, I mean, I like it a lot, because this is definitely smaller than the house that I saw on the Pinterest. And I don't think I'll be very comfortable building something so big just yet. So I just went for something a bit more comfortable. And this workspace is made with the Dream Home Decorator shelves. This is the modular shelves, which I think is really nice. I don't think I've ever used them like to this extent. So this is this is really me using it what do you call that? I mean, this is just me using it to as much as I can, and I really like how this turned out. So it's basically it looks like those built-in shelves, and then the table is also built into the wall, something like this, which I thought was pretty cool. And I didn't go ahead with the same wood swatch that I used in the kitchen, because I thought it would this whole space would look a bit too dark. So I decided to go with a lighter wood tone, but everything else I think really ties in with the whole dark modern interior vibe, which you can see later on. So this is the workspace, and then in front of it would be where the more informal living area is, and on the other side of the wall there would be a TV, a very big TV. I think this sim probably likes the game a lot, so if he or she does invite anyone over, they can definitely, play the whole night. And yeah, so I actually, in the beginning, I had I don't know, I just didn't know what couch to use, so I just played around with the tiny living one. And then afterwards I took out these chairs from, the industrial loft kit, and I thought, you know what, it kind of fits this whole area pretty well, and so I just went with this industrial loft kit. Yeah, and I like it a lot. At the front here I used this base game cabinet and just put up some, I don't remember what I put up there, but I'm pretty sure I put the gaming consoles here, so your sim can game here. And I think I put some books and probably this globe thing. And I've never used I'm pretty sure the basket of succulents, I'm pretty sure those are succulents, but I have never used that in that swatch, so I'm pretty happy that I tried a new swatch here. I'm really just trying to use things I've never used before, or using swatches that I've never used before, just so that, just trying something new, and who knows, you might find something you like and start using them more often. Yeah, so pretty much that is all for the living space. And let me see, where are we going to next? Oh wait, we're just painting the walls. So because the whole interior is, the furniture that I used are pretty dark, so I didn't want the whole interior to look too dark. So for the walls I went with this light concrete wallpaper, which I think really fits in with the whole vibe. And this sliding doors, I think it's either from Eco Lifestyle or I think it's from Eco Lifestyle. Okay, I think it's from Eco Lifestyle, yes. And then the bed is from Dream Home Decorator. The bedside tables are from Tiny Living. And in a while, you can see that I changed the direction of the bed. I decided to, face it where the door is, the sliding doors are. And then I also actually made a platform here, so your sim has to go one level up. And I thought it kind of just made the space look a bit more interesting. Yeah, and I just thought it would be pretty nice to have a step up. Yeah, and then we also used the modular shelves from Dream Home Decorator again, and this is where I decided that this sim would have a open wardrobe, open wardrobe. So it's just something where you can display your stuff and people can see. I mean, because the bedroom is pretty small and I didn't want to use those cabinets that you can't really customize, and I just wanted to make this space look a bit more lived in, so I decided to go with this. And definitely love the bed. I think the swatch matches the wallpaper and the whole vibe very well, and especially with the picture frames above the bed. And I think towards the end I did put some glass windows where the bedside tables are, just to, you know, make some light come into the room so it doesn't look too dark. And I really love windows. I think I like the natural light, so that's why I tend to have a lot of windows in my builds. And yeah, so basically that is what we are doing here. I think over here I decided to extend the shelving situation because it felt a little bit empty, and I was thinking if I should put a chair there or I should put a plant there, and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna extend the space, make it look nicer. Yeah. And I mean, if you don't like having more items there, you can definitely change it to like another seating area. You can use the 9 key and place there's this bench thing that came with, what's the pack? I think it's the laundry day pack, and I think it would look really nice. So it's like a window sitting situation. I think if you play The Sims, you get which bench I'm talking about. Yeah. And right now we are on to the bathroom. So the bathroom countertops, we are using the same ones from the kitchen. I just wanted it to look a bit more cohesive. And then the mirrors, I used the 9 key to elevate them. So these are just pretty high mirrors. I thought it would look nice here. And we also used the same wallpaper, the concrete wallpaper in the bathroom as well. Just wanted to make sure there's this tie-in thing, you know. And yeah, so initially I wanted to have like a separate room for the washer and dryer, but I actually forgot about it until I started decorating the bathroom. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to place the washer and dryer in the bathroom, because this is a pretty big and spacious bathroom. I thought having the washer and dryer here kind of makes sense too. And because this is probably the only place where I think a washer and dryer would look okay, I mean, and would fit in, so I decided to go with that. I really like this bathroom though. It's just really spacious, nothing like my 3x2 bathrooms where everything is just really cramped. Over here I think the Sim has a lot of space to walk around, to move around. And this is also the first time I'm using this flooring. I think it's really cool. I think I have to use it more often because I've never used it before, and I think it looks really nice in the bathroom. So definitely I will be using that floor tiling a lot more often in the future. And so over here, this landing area, it looked a bit empty, so I wanted to add something to it. So I placed this shelf here. I'm not sure if it's from Vintage Glamour or if it's from City Living, but I also placed this hanging plant here. And yeah, I didn't actually clutter it up. I was just a little bit lazy, so I didn't really do anything much. And over here is where there's another, I don't know if you can call this the balcony, but this is just like another platform-ish area where I had wanted to place this very long table. It's like another seating area. So initially, I was thinking, since the Sim doesn't have a proper dining area in the house, I thought this could be the extension and where people usually dine, like have a meal if they come over to his or her place, because there isn't any proper dining space. So this is that dining space. But afterwards, towards the end of this build, I actually shifted this table to you'll see it later, but I just shifted it just because I thought I wanted to make use of the space better, and I wanted to, you know, make the platform there smaller. Yeah, so over here is the private dining space that I was talking about in the beginning of the video, and I really liked how this turned out. So you can see in a moment's time, I'm starting to put in all the kitchen cabinets. So I went with the base game countertops, which honestly, this is the nicest base game countertops. So yeah, I really like this a lot. I think it fits in with the whole modern and dark interior vibe as well. So this is the only space that I cluttered up a bit more, just because it's the kitchen, it's the work area, and if you are a private dining chef, you probably would have a lot of things in your kitchen. So that is why I decided to clutter up this space. And so I wanted to add this menu as well. I mean, I was thinking probably, it would be nice to have like a menu there so people can expect and anticipate like the meals, or like, yeah, basically what will be coming up. And I added a lot of clutter. So basically the pots and pans, I placed it on the wall. I also have this hanging one from the ceiling. I thought it would be pretty cool to have a lot of pots and pans, because you're cooking for a lot of people, so you definitely need a lot of cookware and things like that. And I also used this shelf that came from Eco Lifestyle. I thought it would be pretty cool to have it hold all the spices, a plant, jugs, and things like that. And I also found I took a couple of things from the debug catalog. So I honestly don't know what they are, but I just assumed they would be maybe seasoning or olive oils, the yellow, the blue, and the green bottles that you see on the countertop. Yeah, so those are from debug. And then just cluttering up the shelf that I was talking about here. Yeah, it's really very simple. Not too over the top. I just wanted to make it look a bit more used, like someone really used this kitchen a lot. So there are a couple of things here. And I also placed this cutting board, but because it took me 2 days to complete this build, so the day I put in the cutting board, and the next day it started to go bad, so I had to replace the board again. And it was, yeah, I just wish things from debug catalog don't go bad. Yeah, it's a bit sad. And I think because a lot of people used cutting boards from, I think, is it Dine Out? I actually can't remember. I can't remember the pack name, but it's something Dine something. Yeah, so I love the cutting boards from that pack, but so far I don't really have the intention to get any new packs soon. So yeah, I'll probably have to wait until I'm feeling a bit more rich to buy a new pack again. But so this private dining space is pretty much coming together. So in front of the kitchen is where the dining area is. So it can only fit 6 people, but I think it'll be pretty cool. So that's what I went for. I didn't want it to be too big as well. Yeah. Then over here, okay, so I got this idea because I thought just having this small building itself looked a bit, just looked a bit off to me. So I decided to add a platform outside. So it kind of looks, to me it looks a bit more inviting with the platform on the outside. So I think I used I don't know what you call it. Okay, so there's I assume that's a menu. So you can see later on there's this standing menu that I placed on the ground, and then I also placed a bench and also a flower pot over there as well. So over here on the brick wall, I just placed a sculpture. I don't know, just something do not make the wall look empty. And then I also placed the plant on the other side of the room, and then looking for a rug here to just separate the space out, and also because the floor it's just pretty white, I just wanted to place something there. And this is where I'm talking about the pool. So I had originally wanted the pool to be on not on the platform, but then I decided that because the space here was pretty empty, even though I had plants and a yoga mat, but you know what, I thought it would be better to have this swimming pool here, as I mentioned earlier, and so I just went with it. And I also have this lounge area where your Sims can just lounge there, people watch, say hi to the people who walk past them. I just thought it would be pretty cool. And over here is where I moved the outdoor dining table to the ground, and I included a barbecue pit as well. I just thought it would be pretty cool to, you know, if you choose not to cook at your private dining area, or if you choose not to cook in your own home, you can definitely barbecue on the outside. I mean, what is a chef without a barbecue pit, right? I mean, you definitely will want to barbecue when you have friends over, so I thought it would be pretty nice to have a barbecue pit there. And over here is where I decided to create this extension where I just imagine your sim probably can park the car underneath this sheltered area, so like when it rains, your car doesn't get too wet. Yeah, I just thought it would be really nice, and I just wanted to, because I felt like there were too many things on the right side of this build, I wanted to balance it out on the left side, so I created this extension, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, and over here right now we are moving on to the barbecue pit, as I was mentioning earlier. Are we starting with the barbecue pit? Let me see. Oh yes, we are. So over here I just wanted to add more plants. So the thing about this build, it's too big and I didn't know what to do with the backyard space. So basically, if I had no idea what to do with the space, I decided to, make it just put plants over there just to make it look a bit nicer. And I just thought the front of the build has a lot of plants, but at the back and on the inside there's just not much plants going on, and I think plants can really fill up the space and just make the space look a bit more inviting. That's why I decided to include more of this plants in my builds, like especially on the exterior and in the backyard, wherever I create backyards for my Sims. And this is the barbecue pit, and this is where I finally moved the outdoor dining table, and it can sit 8 Sims here, so it's a pretty big space, and I like that I went with 8. And then just putting some cutlery, some paper towels, and a plant, and then also some candles, which I thought was a nice touch to it. I think it's really cool to be eating out in the night. I mean, of course, I hope it doesn't rain that day, but yeah. So cluttering up this space here, putting this, what do you call that? Like a serving, I don't know, like a plate, no, this serving thing where you can place your glasses of water and the water itself. And I also decided to give this sim a bar, an outdoor bar. I thought it would be really cool, and I think this is the one place all of the Sims friends would want to come and enjoy and just have fun. And then there's another separate sitting area, and these couches are from the Dream Home Decorate, the game pack. I used the one in the blue swatch, which I don't think I've used before. So this is where your Sims can have a drink, can just chill on the outside if they don't want to do on the inside. I think it's just really nice to have a lot of different areas where you can choose to relax. Yeah, I think it's just really nice to have a lot of options, because I don't know, I think I'll get pretty bored if there's only like 1 or 2 spaces that I can hang out. So, but over here we have a couple. There's one on the 2nd level, the space where the Sims friends can play games, and then over here the outdoor dining area, sitting area, the ground floor, and there's the dining area, and then there's the pool at the front of the house. So there's really a lot of space where your Sims can enjoy, and I thought that was pretty important for me. Yeah. And then over here we're just creating another, plantsy place, because I didn't want the space to just look really dull, so I added another area with plants. And yeah, so pretty much from here onwards, I think we are just doing a bit more landscaping here and there, but In a while later, you will be moving on to the screenshots. So with that, I think I'm gonna just end the voice over here. So if you like this build, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, do consider subscribing to my channel. Turn on the notifications button so you get notified each time I post a new video. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!